We're starting with a young race car driver this morning. Sarah Cornett-Ching, hi there, how are you today?
I'm good, up early on this Wednesday morning. How are you?
I'm fine, yeah. So you drive to Kelowna every day and take your course, right?
Yeah, I'm taking second year welding at the college in Kelowna, and I have to drive. It's about a 45-minute drive every morning. Get there for 7:30.
Right, and that's not all you're doing. You're taking that race driving course through a connection over the internet in the Carolinas, right?
Yeah, we made 2 visits down to Denver, North Carolina for the Race 101 course that I'm in. And now we're doing every Tuesday online classes, so everyone from the class logs in, and we just go online and go over any lessons that we would have done while we were there.
That's neat. So everybody can hear you. Your classmates can actually hear you over Skype or however they do it, right?
Yeah, it's just an online interactive classroom, and everyone can hear everyone else. There's a chat window, and also all the lesson plans and the computer screens can get drawn up on there as well.
Right. It's been interesting for all of our race car fans at Penticton Speedway to follow your progress because we watched you from 12 years old. Did you think you'd be getting into it this heavy, or was it just a hobby with your father at the time?
At the time, it was just fun, but I always had in the back of my mind that this was something I wanted to do, so it is definitely a surprise where we are now, but we're happy and definitely doing it.
And you're trying to help out BC Children's Hospital. How is that working for you?
Yeah, last year we did a fundraiser for them and raised a bit of money, and this year, instead of just raising money, I wanted to be able to do a little something else for them. So we're just working with the Children's Hospital to try and figure out what we can do to help out the kids this year.
Right. Why did you get so close to that cause, Sarah? Was there somebody in your family or someone close to you that you wanted to help?
When my brother was younger, he had what's called Perthes disease, and so he spent a bit of time down in the hospital. And we also have another friend who is a big fan of the race car, and we've done a few things with him, who spent most of his life in the Children's Hospital.
What will you be able to do when the race car season opens? Is your dad helping wrench for you, or are you trying to wrench between times to have everything ready to go for opening day?
Yeah, we're both working on the car feverishly. Dad's the crew chief, so he's making all the setup changes, and I'm just helping out along the way.
Right. When you say the car, it's your dad and your car, or you each have your own?
Dad does have his own car, but he's sort of put it on hold for my racing. For the past 2 years, we've been mainly focusing on my racing. We have got him in. He ran the Gordy Manis weekend last year, and so we work hard to get him in the car, too.
That's pretty neat. Have you been around on the provincial circuit at all, either competing or watching?
My dad ran that provincial circuit, I think it was 3 years ago, and I was on the crew. So this year is going to be my first year competing in that series.
You're going out on the road too.
Yeah, it'll be me driving the car.
Gee, are you sleeping this year at all? You're a busy person.
Yeah, we've been working really hard. It's a bit overwhelming, but it's going to be all worth it.
When do you go back to the Carolinas again?
We'll be back down midsummer to do testing in their house car. So every student in the class gets the chance to test the car, and you're evaluated on your performance and how well you take what they tell you to do and how well you improve.
That's interesting. So what do? They just have like adjudicators out around the circuit and they park on the corners, or they sit themselves around the track and watch you and put somebody in the car with you?
No, you're in the car by yourself, and Tony Blanchard, he's the guy that's running the course. He'll be on a radio with you. So he wants to basically see how you take his feedback and criticism and how you change your line. So he just watches you go around and says maybe try a higher line or do a later entry, or he wants to see how well you can communicate with him, what the car is doing, make changes to make it faster.
Right. What kind of car is it? Is it much different than the one you're driving now?
It's a little bit different. It's got more horsepower, and it's going to be, the front end is not stock. The way we run our cars has to be a stock front end. So they run all aftermarket stuff. And it has a locked rear end as well, so it should be able to roll through the center quite a bit better.
Is it easier to have more juice to do a testing, or would it be better to go with a car that's a little bit slower like your own, or one that you know anyway?
I think it's going to be a great opportunity to get into a car like this, because eventually we will be running one of these cars.
Hey, good luck with what you're doing, and thanks for coming in today.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, Sarah Cornett-Ching, who is very well known at Penticton Speedway, very ambitious young lady, as you can